Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another gold making video. Today we're going to be discussing alchemy and how it's gotten better in the past few weeks due to decreasing herb prices. However, potions have been staying pretty steady. Now I'm going to show some statistics, so some math, and also show you a little spreadsheet that you can use. And yeah, the reason for this is I have made a alchemy video in the past. However, a lot of the prices were a ton different because it's over a month old and prices have gone crazy. And because of so far there are no new potions inside of 9.1 with the current PTR, that means that people are going to be buying these potions, especially up till 9.1 and possibly during 9.1. Some of these potions are still going to be very relevant, but we just do not know because we do not have that information yet. But with that being said, we're going to hop right into it, and I'm going to be highlighting a few potions, but mainly just one, and let's get into it. So the main potion that we're going to be talking about is the Spectral Flask of Power. Now, if you're not sure what this one is, I would say this is probably the most popular flask that people are selling, and it is this one right here. Basically, it just increases the primary stat, and this is a must-have for any Mythic Plus or Raider out there. So these have a very nice sell rate. There's over 200 being sold a day, and this is definitely probably the best sellers. Now, as you can see, I am actually out of it because 50 or 10 minutes ago, I actually sold out. But because of this, I mean, they sell very fast. I have to restock almost daily by the amount that people buy. And so I'm going to show you the prices real fast and the profit that I've made, and then we're going to break this down. All right. So if we look at the Spectral Flask of Power, as you can see in the last 14 days, I have sold 1,300 potions for almost 500,000 gold. So basically, 500,000 gold that I was able to get in about 2 weeks. Now, of course, this is not all profit because I do have crafting cost going into this. However, this is very nice revenue, especially for 2 weeks. Now, if we look, as you can see, there were a few breaks in sales. However, most of it was pretty steady. We have sold a many during the 13 days ago, then 12 days ago. As you can see, 11 days ago, we had a huge sale of 1/9. Keep going. 9 days ago, we had a huge sale of 121. So it is constant, as in you will always get sales a day. However, how many you sell is very different. For example, 7 days ago, I only sold 4 potions that day. That was probably a day that I wasn't very active because that was a week ago. And the next day, I sold 88. And I mean, just continuing that, the day after that, I sold, close to 200 right here. And then the next day, I sold 50. So depending on how active I am with cancel scanning and restocking compared to days that I only log on once or anything like that, you can definitely see a variable in sales. Also with reset day. Closer to reset day, there's a lot more sales because people are preparing for their raid or their mythics during reset, so that can definitely determine how many you sell as well. However, if we do look at the prices, as you can see, they fluctuate a little bit. 2 weeks ago, I was selling in the 400s, and ever since then, it's gone down a little bit. However, as you can see, about 5 days ago, it got as low as 320 gold. However, it bounced right back up within a few hours back to 376. So it is very volatile, as in that price range kind of changes. However, at least on my server, I found that it stays anywhere between the 330 mark to about the 370 to 80 mark. For example, it bounced down all the way down to here, and then within hours, somebody reset it, and it's been remaining pretty steady for the past 4 days. Currently now, it's back to 352. However, that is completely fine because probably by the end of the week, it's going to be back up, or by reset next week, it's going to be completely fine. So yes, there is a little bit of a range of profit. I craft these items, as you can see, the current crafting cost is about 334 gold, but the reason for that is because the herbs have been reset, because reset was yesterday, and so actually, my general crafting cost is about 317 gold. Now, we'll be going over that in just a second, but taking that, I'm going to round it to about 320. So, in that case, these all right here is anywhere between 30 to 40 gold profit. As we get higher, this right here, this is 56 gold profit. Of course, this right here was only about like 3 gold profit. This was about 6 to 5 gold profit. And then all the way back here, doing it for 330, I mean, that's almost 100 gold profit. And that's just because of herb prices, which we'll talk about in just a second. But as you can see, it's some pretty good profit, anywhere between, 100 to about 30 gold is my average. And that's very nice. And we are now going to go over the stats and everything like that to see how good this could be on your server. So the method that I have done with this is that I have picked out the prices for my specific server, as well as the US average, as well as the EU average. The reason why I did this is because my server will kind of be similar to the US average. However, EU is a completely different market, so I definitely had to include that in order to make sure all the EU folks are included and everything like that. So if you guys do not know, to craft this potion, you need 3 Nightshade, as well as 4 Widow Bloom, Rising Glory, Vigil's Torch, as well as Marrow Root. So those are the 5 herbs that you need. You need 3 of the Nightshade, which is a little bit more of the rarer herb, and then you need 4 of the other herbs. With that being said, you also need a vial from the vendor, but that's a few silver, maybe it cost 1 gold, and because of that, it is actually out of this calculation, so if you guys really want to, you can add a gold to the crafting cost, or a few silver, but it's really not going to mess with these statistics, so I just left that out for ease. So, with that being said, you can see right now on my screen, there will be the prices for Wildhammer. As you can see, the Nightshade is going for about 35 average. Now, this is all market values, and of course, the region is the region market values. That is what I'm using off of the Undermined Journal. But Nightshade is going for about 35 gold. Widow Bloom goes for about 18. Vigil's Torch goes for about 13. Rising Glory goes for about 8. And Marrow Root goes for about 14. Using the recipe, that makes the potion cost about 317 gold. With that being said, right now, as you can see, the potion is a little bit cheaper than normal. However, I used the market value of 378 at terms of doing this, and that leaves us with a profit of 61 gold. So if I were to craft potions on my realm using my market values, then I can have an average of about 61 profit per potion. With that being said, I'm going to do that same thing with the US region, and the US region is actually a little bit more expensive. The Nightshade goes for 45, Widow Bloom goes for 26, Vigil's Torch goes for 20, Rising Glory goes for 14, and Marrow Root goes for 20. With that being said, the cost of a potion will be about 459 gold. But it makes up for that cost because the potions, actually the average sell rate for potions is 544 gold, which brings the profit to 85 gold. So actually, I am on the lower end. I am actually below a region average of profit for these potions. However, US region average is about 85 gold per potion. Moving on to EU, we have Nightshade at 46, Widow Bloom at 40, Vigil's Torch at 33, Rising Glory at 31, and Marrow Root at 36. With that being said, the cost of a potion is actually 698 gold, which is very expensive, definitely compared to my server. However, the potion price average is 788 gold, which brings the profit to 90 gold. So actually, the EU market is very, very good compared to my server. Now, of course, you're paying almost double for all the herbs. However, you're getting about 30 gold per potion more profit compared to my actual US realm. But using those profit margins that we have, I basically multiplied all the profit by 500. So if you were to create 500 potions, and then of course I took the 5% auction house cut. So if you were to sell 500 potions on my realm, you would make 28.975 thousand gold, and if you were in the US region average, you would make about 40.3 thousand gold, and if you were in the EU region average, you would make about 42.7 thousand gold. So in average, you're looking for anywhere between 30 to 40,000 gold per 500 potions, which is very, very nice. Now, some sales I've had, like once again, some days I sell 4 potions a day. However, yesterday I believe it was, somebody bought 155 potions at once. I assume that was probably for a guild, or maybe they were just stocking up, but I have also had those crazy sales. So definitely, depending on the day, depending on reset, depending on your guilds on your server, you're definitely going to see various amounts of sales and how much people buy at once. Now, I will say it's pretty normal to see stacks of 5s, 10s, and 20s be bought out. Of course, some people do go extreme and buy the 100s, the 50s, or even the 200s. And of course, if somebody is resetting the market, then there's a possibility that all your potions will get bought up. But with that being said, that is kind of the breakdown with the averages. I do want to include this just to make sure that yes, there's going to be people that are under the region average, kind of like me technically. I am about 24 gold under the US region prices. However, there's probably people that are above the region prices, and this is really, really good, especially for those people. So, of course, this is going to be very, very server dependent, but this is probably one of the best flasks that I've been selling. And of course, we're going to move on to the spreadsheet with just overall alchemy in order to make sure you can make the most gold that you can. So with the spreadsheet up, now this is not a new tab. This tab has actually been here for a while. This is the same tab that I used for the previous alchemy video. This is a part of the WoW vendor shuffles. So if you do not have the spreadsheet, or if you do, I would highly suggest you update it because I did add a bit to this column and I did a bit of renovating. So I would suggest you re-download your copy. However, you will want to go to File and hit Make a Copy and save it to your Google Drive in order for you to edit it. Now, if you are not signed in to a Gmail account, then you will not have that option. So be sure that you are logged in or just create a free account. With that being said, it is the 7th tab at the bottom. It is called just plain old alchemy, and what we're going to be focusing is this corner right here. Now, this is for Vial of the Sands, which you can use, but we will not be covering this in this video. Now, I have already gone in and put all my server prices inside of here. So, as you can see, I put in my prices right here. This is what you're going to want to do is go onto your auction house and type in the price for each herb. So 13 for Marrow, 20 for Widowbloom, etc., etc. After that, you will want to type in each of these potions. So Potion of Phantom Fire, you have the Spectral Flask of Power, Spectral Flask of Stamina, then you have the Spectral, Intellect, Strength, Agility, and then you have the lesser oils down here. But you will want to look up each one on the auction house and type in the price that it is selling for. After that, it will calculate your crafting cost as well as your profit per potion. Now, this spreadsheet, what I've added is that it automatically takes away that 5% cut. So you don't have to worry about doing that yourself or making sure that it is indeed still going to be profitable after that auction house cut, because I have already done that. So that is what the new edition is, which is why I do recommend downloading this, even though you probably already have it if you're a long-term viewer. But with that being said, as you can see on my server, the prices are very, very good right now. Almost everything is profitable besides the Spectral Potion of Intellect. It is actually losing me 50 silver, so that is something I will not be selling. However, the Spectral Power Flask right here is the one that we were just talking about, and I said that with the median prices on my server, it's going to be a profit of about 61 gold per. And as you can see, because some of the herbs are cheaper than normal, it's actually going to be about 67 profit on my server. So actually, right now, it's a better deal to craft these and sell these, so I definitely need to go do some restocking. However, this can just be a nice guide for you to ensure that you are making profit. Now, all these other potions are very good. The reason why I spent so much time on this power flask is the one that I have been selling the most, and it's probably the one that will be selling the most on both servers and also having the most profit. I will also say the stamina potions always normally have some good profit. However, they are a bit of a slower seller. Also with the strength potions. Now, right now at the time of recording, the server price has already dropped to about 44 gold because somebody has crashed it. However, I can post a screenshot now of my past 2 weeks sales, and I haven't sold many. However, I've been selling them for 80 plus gold, and with the crafting cost of 30, that's 50 gold profit, so it is very nice to do these. So yes, these other kind of potions might not sell as fast, however, the profit is very good, and at the end of the day, it is gold and anything can help, so definitely diversifying into multiple potions can definitely help you out. But in general, I will say these up here are probably the better ones to look at, especially the first three are probably the best sellers. Then you have the spectrals, and then lastly you have the oils. Now the oils do sell, however the profit margins aren't crazy, but they're also very cheap to craft. I mean, right now on my server it costs maybe 10 gold in order to craft these, and I can sell them for 20 or I can sell them for 16. So it's a quick, double your money. Now, of course, the sell rate is a little bit slower, and of course, you do have to sell a lot of them in order to see a lot of returns, but turning 10 gold into 20 gold is definitely very nice, and you could definitely do that. But overall, I say Alchemy is very, very good, especially right now, and the reason why I do want to mention this is because of the herb prices. Now, herb prices have been going down ever since, honestly, the start of the expansion. The reason for that is many people are farming them. Many people are stopping playing current content and strictly going to farms. There's also been bots recently, but the reason for this is because there's not a lot of people focusing on the current content like they used to. So a lot more people are, spending their time farming for some quick gold and everything like that. So that is why we have seen a very increase in supply, and the demand has been there, but that supply is overcoming that demand, which is causing our herb prices to lower. And I see this happening probably all the way up to 9.1. Maybe 9.1 will have a little bit of a rise. However, probably about a month and a half into 9.1, we will see another decrease again because of the fact that flying is going to be coming out. And so flying will make that farming really, really good. So what I would say is that the herb prices are probably going to continue to fall until 9.1. They might raise up a little bit or become pretty stagnant, and then probably a month and a half, a month into that next patch, that's when we're going to see it drop again. But that is currently just what I'm kind of hypothesizing. Now, of course, everybody has their own opinions, but that's what I'm thinking. And because of these flasks and potions still being on the top, these are still number one, these are still the best sellers. That is why the potions and the crafting cost is a lot lower than the actual price, because the price and everything, because of the demand, is keeping that price up, which makes just our profit margins even better. But with that being said, guys, that is it. This was just a quick alchemy video showcasing how much gold you can make with alchemy. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to join the Discord down below. That is where you're going to find all of my updates, all of my stream posts, my video posts, and also it's just an amazing community where you can go and talk, ask your questions, anything like that, or just hang out. We have pet photos, we have food photos, everything is there. Also, make sure you guys check out my Twitch. I live stream 4 days a week, and it is just very fun. It's about 12 hours a week in total that I am live streaming, and you can also check out my VODs if you're not able to catch me live. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and have a good day.